Hey, welcome back to the cabin. One of my previous videos, I mentioned that with the grow watts, I wasn't 100% sure about state of charge of my batteries and the volts as well coming into to the batteries. So I decided to buy a Victron shunt, the 500 amp one, and I have installed it, and it's working really well. And I should have bought this thing when I first set up the system in May, to be honest. But it was dead easy to put to set up. It took me about 10 or 15 minutes. I bought the shunt from the same company I bought my lithium-ion batteries, CanBat. The reason why I bought it from them, because they sell all the different shunts and all the other sort of Victron battery monitors, but they also publish, the settings for their batteries. So I thought, okay, well, Amazon makes enough money as it is off me, so I decided to buy the batteries from CanBat because it is a Canadian company. So I just thought I'd support them. So I'll show you the shunt. Okay, so there's the shunt there. It's only tiny. So basically all you have to do is you've got your negative cable that runs to the grow watt. That goes on the left side, and the right side cable goes straight to your negative on your battery. And these two red wires, one is a power cable that powers the shunt, and the other one is an auxiliary port, and that you can use to set up one of these Victron sort of, they have these like little tablets where you can buy, and that goes into that. So, or you can use it to check the state of volts on your second battery. So I opted to use it for that, because I did have a problem in a few weeks ago with my grow watt, where the batteries weren't equalizing properly when they were charging. So I bought this just cheap sort of battery equalizer off of Amazon, and that solved the problem. But I thought, okay, well, I'll connect this other red line to the positive of my other battery connection, and that enables me to check the volts and make sure that the volts are pretty much the same for both batteries when they're charging. So if you're gonna put this thing in a sort of in a position like the way I have it, I'd advise you to put the wires in first. They're like pin connections. They're dead easy. You just pop it in before you actually bolt it to the wall, because you won't be able to see anything when you're down there. But yeah, that's it basically, and you just like set it up on your phone. Let me just get my phone and then I'll show you. Right, there we go. So at the moment, I don't know if you can see that. Shit. But basically, when you click on it, it gives you a, like, just a quick summary. It gives you the battery voltage, which is 26.45 volts. Remaining time, it gives you 1 day, 2 hours. That's what it says on my system. And state of charge. So my battery's 100%. And then the midpoint voltage, which is 13.2 volts. That is the voltage for the other wire that I mentioned before. It tells you roughly, how many volts you are, and if it's off compared to the other battery. But I'll open it up, and this is what you get. So it gives you the state of charge, which I find the grow watt doesn't really have. And then it gives you the voltage. It gives you your current, so what you're sucking out of the batteries, which is 5.15 amps, and then the power. So I'm sucking out 135 watts at the moment. I've got my stereo on and a couple lights and some other things. But what I noticed with the grow watt, that this tells you exactly how much the standing power is to run the grow watt. It's around 50 watts. It's quite a lot, actually. I didn't think it was that much. And then it just tells you how many amps you consumed and the time remaining left on your batteries. I only got 1 day, 2 hours, according to the power I've got now. So that's it. I mean, it's dead straightforward. And when you do set it up, you go in the top right, and then you just put the figures in. It gives you battery capacity. I have a 150 amp hour battery, and then charge voltage, discharge floor, tail current. All these things were on GrowWatt's, I mean on Cambat's sort of site. So that's one of the reasons why I bought it off of them, because they just give you all the things to put in for your batteries. But yeah, it's really good. I can just like you can't go far because it's Bluetooth. You can't really go very far away from the unit to get the volts and to see where you are in state of charge. But because my cabin's only small cabin, when I'm laying in bed, I can just, you know, it'll reach the battery, so in the morning I can just look at it and it'll tell me what the statistics are on my batteries and stuff like that, which is pretty good. Yeah, and you know, it's just so small and compact as well, and that was another thing I really liked about it. You could get other ones as well, but they, you know, I got enough wires coming off my GrowWatt as it is, and if I get there was a next one up, I can't remember the model number, but it has a little monitor that you fix on the wall, and I just thought, well, I don't really need that, and it's more money, so I just figured I can just check it on my phone. And it seems to be working fine. Yeah, it's really good. I'm really impressed with it. Victron, they're pretty good. They have good, you know, they've got a good name and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm pretty much done everything I wanted to do. I'm still like pegging away, cutting up firewood and stuff like that. But in terms of inside the house, I've done quite a bit over the summer, over the last like 7 months or so since I retired. I mean, I've done loads to the cabin, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the outcome of everything so far. But anyway, yeah, so that's the Victron shunt. It's dead easy to fit, and it's portable, and it gives you all the stats that you need. If you're running something off-grid, if you want to check your batteries, your volts, state of charge, and everything. It's a really good piece of kit. Anyway, if you have any questions, just contact me. I mean, I'm not an expert or anything, but yeah, it's working for me. I can only talk about myself. So anyway, okay, cheers for watching. Take care. Okay, bye.